How I Live Now is a drama film slash sci-fi post-apocalyptic thriller starring Saoirse Ronan as Daisy, even though her real name's Elizabeth. She likes to snap at people. Essentially, she goes through an airport security check because she's being sent to England to live with her cousins, who she does not know. And she's a bit of a bitch, let's just face it. She's a germaphobe. She's got this whispering thing in her head where she's always telling herself to hold back, like don't eat chocolate, don't, get involved, have a goal, be focused. She's kind of like a stickler for that, and she comes off as kind of rude. And essentially, she's got 3 cousins. There's older Edmund, there's Joe, there's 4 cousins. Joe, there's Isaac, the one who tries to reach out to her, and then there's the little Julie. And then, so she's living in the countryside. She doesn't really like them. The mom's never there. She doesn't cook for them. They eat whatever is there. The house is always in a mess. But they live in a very nice countryside with nice fresh air, a watering spot. So they invite her out, and she finally finds herself opening up a little bit by going swimming with them. But immediately after, a nuclear bomb goes off in London because there's a war going on and some sort of unknown faction has invaded, and essentially they're living in their countryside and there's enemies everywhere. So the movie goes from coming of age sort of romance to gritty, realistic war film. Really interesting mix of genres. Essentially, they're split up and they're taken to a house. The girls are taken to a house. The boys are taken to become, soldiers, I guess. We never follow the boys in their journey, though. It's all about Daisy and her sort of trying to get home without a vehicle. So essentially, this movie is really interesting. It's directed by Kevin McDonald. He's in a lot of films I enjoy, like The Eagle and a few others. But essentially, this post-apocalyptic thriller has all the elements you'd like. It's got the good acting, it's got the budget, it's got the location. However, the storyline isn't very compelling. It's essentially just a sort of go from one event to the next. There's some thrilling moments here and there, but the movie never sizzles, if you know what I mean. It just sort of mellows out and becomes one note. It doesn't become anything more. The main character changes a little bit here and there, but there's nothing too noteworthy about this film other than, I like Saoirse Ronan, that's why I watched this film. I like the director. So How I Live Now has some interesting moments, but it's nothing too special. So I found myself sort of losing focus. It's based off a book. I hear the book goes into more detail about everything. But it's very similar to other things that I liked. So I give How I Live Now a 6.5 out of 10.